Hi everybody, my name is Sam. This is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. I have a fine selection of decks for you this evening, all of which have very different art, and I'm very excited because a couple of them are new. I think you're going to really enjoy this. So we're going to hop straight in with some wisdom from the epics of Hind. Kaikeyi's disgrace. All right. Attune to that card, guys, while I read from the book. Quick intuitive question for you. What do you think this card is about, just based on the art? What do you think is the nature of this disgrace? Kaikeyi was the second of King Dεηsyrt's 3 wives. She was brought up by her wet nurse, Manthara, who would often fuel Kaikeyi's jealousy against the first wife, Queen Kaushalya, to gain more importance for herself in the court. When Kaikeyi learned of King Rama's coronation, at first she was very happy for him, but Manthara poisoned her mind by saying that Kaushalya, Rama's mother, would become the favorite queen, while Kaikeyi's son Bharat would never have any importance. In the past, Kaikeyi had received 2 boons, a wish or gift granted to another, from King Dεηsyrт. She used the first boon to get her son Bharat crowned as king. With the second boon, she got Rama exiled for 14 years from the kingdom. Her obstinacy ripped the family apart, which caused King Dεηsyrт to die heartbroken on the 6th day of his son's departure. Her own son was so ashamed of her, he cursed her, ensuring that no other girl would ever be named after Kaikeyi, as she had wrought such disgrace upon herself. So if someone near you is constantly poisoning you and gossiping about others, the advice here is to cut them off, truly as swiftly as possible. And, we think of gossiping as idle or harmless, but it's a vibrational thing. It's not good. It's no good for you. Keep your future plans a secret until you have achieved them. This is some good, again, vibrational and manifestation advice. It doesn't matter. It's not like a selfish thing. It's just better to do a lot of the time. It's a pragmatic thing. Avoid people and situations that tempt you to fall from grace. I'm getting friends with this more so than family. The story here is about family, but I think it's about friends for this collective. Acquaintances, groups, particular individuals. And you might have someone in mind or some people, and you're like, but Sam, I work with them. We'll figure it out. We've got a whole reading and a bunch of really interesting decks. We'll get you some good advice. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the new ones. I like decks that are just, I'm an intuitive reader, so I'm very much like psychic first, tarot card reader second. The cards are just prompts, really. And the art on these cards is a lot of fun. This is, what is this called? Create a Story cards. And this is Animal Village. Or no, this isn't. This is Volcano Island. Misspoke. See what wants to come out. Ooh. We have the bird considering the gold nuggets. Are they mangoes, maybe? Huge lemons? We have children carrying a ladder with monkeys on it. Okay, that's it. Let's see here. So my sense is you who you who you who flies close to the divine has to be choosy about what goes in your basket. Birds are symbolically, like, they bridge the gap between the celestial and the terrestrial. They are representative of spirit in a lot of traditions and contexts. And, with all the yellow here, I'm picking up that this bird is yellow and blue, so it makes me think of throat chakra, but primarily solar plexus. Like, how is our identity interfacing with the world? What goes into that basket that we present outwardly? And in the context of this reading, this can also be people. It's like, what do the people we choose in our life reflect about us? The solar plexus is very much about like how we show up in the world, how we project the inner outward. And this bird is sort of looking at what it's put together here in terms of an identity relating to the outside world, and wondering, like, is this what I want to present? Is this where I want to go? Is this still me? Yeah, is this still me? Is a really good and interesting question to ask as often as you'd like to ask, until you feel intuitively, yeah, this is right, this is me. With the children carrying the monkeys, I just feel like, the children have a very, like, a lot of a spiritual journey is returning to a childlike nature. Yeah, and your spirit team, your spirit guides, like, they see you as that child, and my sense is like they're wanting you to move these mischief makers out of your vibration, like this monkey business. Yeah, yeah. For someone, that's a specific phrase, monkey business. Are these things that you're doing, but maybe your friends are encouraging? So it's friend group and choices related to our own expression. Like, this is very much vibrational. So, these things can be even as small as, like, do I still want to curse as much as I previously did? Which is like a weird example, but all of these things express things about us, and they carry energetic weight. They carry a vibration. So it's choosing what stays in the basket and what goes. All right, cool. Hollow Woods. We are going to journey into the Hollow Woods. This is a Meliora. I think you will enjoy. There we got Empress energy. This woman laying down in the hollow woods, not a care in the world. At first glance, it always looks to me like she's laying on her side, scrolling on her phone. But this is in many ways the opposite of that energy. Or it has been in the past. This is another deck where like these aren't intended as, they weren't written as divination tools, but you know, wink. It's all divination, guys. Always has been. The riderless steed. Okay, yeah, it's just these two again. So my feeling here is that, and this is what I meant by the Meliora, these are connecting images that sort of continuously form. So my sense here is that you're like, how do I go about this, Sam? And it's very much like a purposeful self-isolation. And it's, I think isolation has a very negative context in our society. What this is sitting in your own room until you know yourself a lot better. Just being in your own energy and shutting out these other energies, because that will help you determine what is me and what is them. Is this still me? What am I like these days? Is an interesting question. And, you know, you ask that and you come up with adjectives, and then over time they become more simple. And it's just like, oh, I am peaceful. I am authentic. I am me, right? And less identified with some of this other stuff. But my sense is that, you know, this being in your own energy, being on your own, it's going to take you places. Like we think of this as an unproductive energy, but it's the most productive, especially when we're trying to move into a new life. We're trying to manifest new things for us, higher vibrational things, things that are better aligned, things that will move our life forward in positive ways. And as we've said before, this horse, he's all saddled up, he's ready, he's not going anywhere. Previous rider, you know, got lost in the hollow woods. That he's yours. And this is the process to get moving. Okay, yeah, fun. We're gonna move on to another one. This is this is a deck. I was just guided to a bookstore and I bought the ones that intuitively stood out to me. I was like, yeah, this is a divination tool that doesn't know it's a divination tool. So these are spell book cards for D&D. This is called Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I have only played D&D a couple of times. I don't know what these mean in terms of the game, but they convey some very interesting and magical messages. Ceremony. Scatter. Ceremony, scatter, and what is this one? Summon greater demon. Damn. Okay, that's it. this is like I got these because they are specific and magical, and what I'm getting is a specific magical message. So someone here might be familiar with ceremonial magic. Okay, so it's possible that some of our behavior in the past, magically, vibrationally, in the manifestation realm, we might have been working with some lower energies, lower entities, or this might not have even been purposeful. It may just be that sometimes when we do magic, it attracts attention, right? It's kind of like, imagine you're a spirit roaming around, a restless spirit, let's say, roaming around, and everyone, like, you're just moving around a human world where everyone's scrolling on their phones. And then all of a sudden, you see some apartment, some household where magic is happening. It's going to attract your attention. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of how this has happened, but you may want to do some ceremonial magic to scatter demons. Like to move negative energy out of your sphere and create magical boundaries. I mean, Golden Dawn rituals come to mind in terms of protection magic, just with the phrasing of summon greater demon. Would you like me to read from any of these, Spirit? Okay, let's see. So these cards are very interesting in that they have like an amount of time it takes place, the duration, the range. This is again, I don't know the game, but 6th level conjuration seems like this might be some more involved. I mean, if it's ceremonial magic, you're already getting kind of involved. But the range is 30 feet. So think about that. That's, to me, that feels like an apartment. Someone is being encouraged here to, so there is a physical, like when we set up these energetic boundaries, when we do magic to protect a space, we're imagining the boundaries of it, and it's about, you will know what to do after hearing this. Like, you'll understand, if you're far enough into this, you'll understand what is being said here about like how far you need to scatter these energies. Okay, we're gonna keep going. More from here. Tarot. Yeah, we'll do some tarot. this is a wacky. I love that there are no rules in divination. All right, let's see. 10 of Cups, right out of the gate. We love the 10 of Cups. The Empress. Two of Cups. Yeah, so I'm just getting like let's talk about this. So 10 of Cups is like this ultimate emotional fulfillment. And the suggestion here is that it comes from this being in your own energy, this knowing that of solving a problem from a vibrational standpoint, of letting, like being so emotionally self-fulfilled, self-abundant, and relaxing into this energy, being in this energy, not feeling like you need to go out of yourself to find anything. Like this is actually what will bring in happier unions, better people, better friends, better energies, better folks. This is so interesting how it's playing together. What else, Spirit? Advice? More tarot? Okay, let's do more tarot. Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, with this particular Five of Wands, you know, I don't get the sense that they're fighting. It's just like they can't get on the same page. You know, imagine they're using these wands to erect a structure, right? And they're all just confused about like what direction they're moving in, what the structure is supposed to look like. And this is representative of the energy right now. It's just confused and kind of chaotic. And you know, it's an as within, so without thing. So this will get sorted out as you consider what is in your, oh my God, I can't pick this up. What is in your basket? What stays, what goes? What's you, what is not you? And once you've truly banished some other energies that aren't yours, right? These, you know, this doesn't necessarily have to be do ceremonial magic to banish demons for everyone. This can just be like simple cord cutting. Like someone else's energy is in your field, it's affecting your vibration, and it's making things from an energetic perspective, from the perspective of the universe looking in. This is what they see, where they're just like, I don't know what is being wanted here. What, like, I want to help, but there's there's so much disarray. Until you're in alignment, I can't lend a hand, sort of a deal. Okay, we're gonna move into some advice from this deck I made, which just has some excerpts from different stories. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What? Guys, this is one of the best cards. If not the best card. So this comes out to remind you that you're the chosen one in this story. You already have the winning golden ticket. That you are pure of heart, right? That's why Charlie gets given the chocolate factory, because he's pure of heart. This is a reminder to shine the light of love to brighten the world. Some of these, there's just like energy that needs to go, and love is what's going to bring it all into focus. And it starts with some self-love, truly, in the form of sitting in your own energy, being okay doing that, and discovering whatever you discover. Discovering the song that your heart wants to sing is what I'm hearing. And typically I would say that's a vibrational thing, right? Like an energetic thing rather than a specific song. You're like laying here and you're like, I think it's Dancing Queen. Not sure. But yeah, how do you want to be in the world? What energy do you want to exude? There's a reminder here that the chocolate factory is already yours, right? You just have to be your authentic self. And the authentic self emerges as we dispense with everything that is not us, all of these other energies that just cause confusion. And some of them are, internal, and some of them are external, but you get rid of the external, and all of a sudden the internal becomes clearer. You cleanse and clear the internal, and then the external slowly conforms to that as well. Like it's all as within, so without thing. And yes, the internal is the realm of cause, but these relationships are not just outward, right? They have effects inward as well. We create ties between people and we behave certain ways around them. We pick up habits and patterns, right? So it's all important. So I love this card because it comes out to say that, you've already won the chocolate factory, and the love that you have put into the world all your life is about to finally come back to you tenfold. So there's a lot of good stuff in your vortex. Like you are deserving of really good energy. And this reading is just coming out to say, like, but first banish the demons, right? Like first get rid of all this stuff that is junking up your vibration, because then and only then will this stuff be able to come through for you. It's like, I don't know, you're Charlie Bucket, but you've lost your golden ticket somewhere in your backpack. I don't know. Like the chocolate factory is yours, but you have to get to the vibration where you can inherit it, like where you can gain it and hold on to it. Because your guides are not going to give it to you until you're ready, because it doesn't do you any good it gets given to you and then you just as quickly lose it because you can't maintain the vibrational level to hold on to it, or they can't get it to you in the first place, because there's this mismatch in energy. None of this means you're a bad person. I just feel I feel like you are someone who is pure of heart, and you've just been on earth for a while, and we forget and we get entangled in other people's ish, and I feel like you've been through it and you've tried really hard. This isn't coming out to say you're a bad person. This is an energy thing, right? And we're not taught this anywhere. Nowhere in school are we taught this. Our parents don't teach this to us. We have to learn it on our soul journey. So no shade at all. Just because you got some shady energy around you doesn't mean the sun is never going to find you. And you can shine it your way. Like you are natural, and the more you choose this light, the more the light chooses you, and your life just gets better and better. So let's see, any other advice? Do one more card here. I don't know. Do you need any more advice when you have the golden ticket? Peter, after the hypnotist has a heart attack. So this is from Office Space, which, I'll die on the hill that this is a spiritual movie. What if the only person you had to please was yourself? Right? Let's hold all three of these cards together, because they're really about choosing you and the Empress, honestly. Let's get her in the mix. They're all about, it's this very high vibrational energy of, what am I about? And I choose to be excellent. I choose to be shiny as hell. So this comes out to say, live for you. Set boundaries for your free time, right? The reason I was talking about her, it looks like she's laying on her side scrolling on her phone, is these are all the texts and calls you're seeing come up in your notifications, and you're just swiping away, right? The more we choose, the more we reject these energies, the more we choose ourselves, the better things get, the more boundaries get enforced. Remember, the best way to fight a broken system is being honest and authentic. Our system wants cookie-cutter conformists who can be easily manipulated and cajoled, coerced, forced. So much of this, getting rid of these energies, is just withdrawing your consent. Again, this doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you stupid. It's just especially if you're a giver or if you have beautiful energy, people cling, and they manipulate. You attract narcissists quite a lot of the time, or people with narcissistic tendencies. So, yeah, withdraw your consent. Yeah, what if the only person you had to please was yourself? And what if you chose not to feel guilty about it? Pour into you. The Empress is unbothered about unread texts from dirty people, like just low vibrational, nasty folk. She's way above that, sitting on her throne of pillows, surrounded by high vibe crystals. She doesn't need them, and she can do a lot better. She will do a lot better. I think we're good. All right, guys, beautiful message for someone who is moving on up in the world. And this is not like your guides will help you with this. Your spirit team, whoever you work with on the other side, your ancestors, they will help with this. But it's just like you realizing it and making the decision to prioritize yourself energetically and your authenticity, and cutting out all that is not you. You will be helped every step of the way. They just need you to realize this and take the plunge. Yeah. Message delivered. All right, guys. Take really good care of your beautiful energy, and I will see you in the next reading.